Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. Today we'll be talking about Heichachis' pokes and his lows, right? In Tekken 8, this is another big weakness of Heihachi. It has been drastically changed from Tekken 7. His entire poking and the lows haven't really been changed too much, but they're still shit, right? So you have to play around his very weak lows. But they did take away your insane poking, right? So this is a very problematic part of Heihachi's game plan. The big weakness of his. These two, I made them into one video because they kind of intertwine with each other. It's kind of weird doing two separate videos for them, right? Well, anyway, this is the second part to the series I am doing where we just take a really close look at the different aspects of Heihachi's game plan, all of his different moves, the frame data, tracking, where they should be used. I will demonstrate this in real time. Yeah, but the first video was about the neutral, right? I made a couple of mistakes in that video, which I will probably record that video again and upload it again for the third time, right? Because I already did it twice. Because it was the first time was horrible. The second time, it's on YouTube right now. You can check it out. But I made a couple of just one really big mistake in that video when it comes to the to Iron Fist. I didn't specify that it was actually punishable -17 with pushback. But that's a separate issue, right? Well, anyway, I'm not really good at doing these little sit down and talk videos. It's kind of just going off of all of my head, right? I don't have a script near me. I just kind of say whatever comes to mind on these things. But I hope you enjoy these videos nonetheless. If you do, please leave a like so the algorithm actually can promote my stuff to the other people. If you could subscribe, that would be also very I would be very thankful. But if you dislike the video and don't like it, if you think it's shit, then please leave a dislike, comment, talk shit, or maybe leave some constructive criticism so I can improve these videos in the future. This would be very useful. But anyway, enough of this yapping. Yeah, let's get into it. Alright, as I said previously, poking is vastly inferior to the poking in Tekken 7. It's still, however, viable if you can actually use it correctly as it should be used. If you can really know all the little options, all the little mind games that you can get off of it. If you know the ranges, the strengths of this poking, and the weaknesses of this poking, and this lows, as I'll get into later, you can really succeed with Heihachi in the poking department. Right, so to start it off, he has a jab, right? This jab is actually very good. His jab, has very good range, like about 2, as you can see, like almost hits at like 2 range. If I'm not mistaken, it's like one of the best jabs in the game. Like not one of the best, but it's very good, right? His jab can be used to obviously start his offense, start going into your opponent's faces, getting these little +1s, starting off your offense, right? Yeah, off of his jab, you have obviously the Mishima Flash Punch, right? Which is in this game -5, right? On block, just 1-1, -5 on block. This is a big nerf compared to Tekken 7 because you don't have. Well, I don't have to explain to you the difference between -5 and -1, do I? It's a very big nerf, right? So 1-1 usually used to check your opponent, confirm into 2, and then also at the wall it's very good. Yeah, so definitely 1-1-2 is still very good. Not as ridiculous as it was in Tekken 7, but yeah. Another string that I use very often, and I honestly love this string so much, is 1 back 2, right? 1 back 2 is the string I use most, definitely, when it comes to the poking string offense on Heihachi. The second hit can be parried, so don't spam it too much, right? If you don't get too predictable, your opponent can parry it with a normal punch parry. Yeah, so it obviously has this exact same animation as this one, this little +2, the back 2, right? The individual back 2 is +2, 1 back 2 is -2. So you can kind of like do this like this kind of cool little mind game, right? It's the same exact animation. It's literally identical. They can't differentiate it in the least, so it's kind of you can have some fake pressure situations, kind of catch your opponent out. You 1-1-2. Really cool string, right? Obviously, you can go into the stance off of this. Very good, right? His new stance. As I explained in the previous video, this means -2 means you are about -10 if you just cancel out of it. But if you go and do this, it crushes highs, so it becomes a mind game, right? You can go this, you can go try and do this off of this. Pressure. It's honestly something I don't use too much. The stance cancel. Honestly, it's a pretty good thing to do. Honestly, it's very good. You have a lot of like you can have a lot of mind games off of this, right? Obviously, he has some extensions, right? He has this. Pretty useless, honestly. If I do say so myself, I never use this. So 1 back 2, but that's whatever. Kind of a cool little thing to have. And he also has this, right? It's a 4 extension, right? This can be jabbed out, it can be sidestepped and launched, so be careful against players that are very aware. Don't do this too much, but you can get a +5, right? And at the wall, no pushback, true +5. So yeah, obviously I didn't mention this for some stupid reason. It's -2, right? Very good, very good. I have a lot of freedom to sidestep, do this. Alright, do a nice little electric. Do some blows maybe if you want, if they kind of stop pressing after it. It's just a very good string. It's probably his most important jab string in this game. Very important that you mix up these options. Don't use it too much though, because as I said, the second hit can't be parried. But yeah, very good. Very good string, right? He also has 1-2, right? Don't use this too much, honestly. It's has this extension, yeah. So 1-2-2, -12. It's obviously everything connects. You can use a punish too. Can't go into stance with it -9, so you can't even like. You can punish this, like you can literally launch punish this, even if I try to get out of it. But yeah, he also has this new season 2 shit, right? This third hit is a counter hit launcher. Alright, I'm not gonna demonstrate it because it's just so much time to set up. I kind of want to get through this stuff quickly. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to Heichachis poking. You can charge this, right? At the wall, no pushback. Very well, not very good. I was about to say very good. I never really use it. It's a new season 2 thing, but you can definitely try to utilize it. It's there, right? He has this, right? Obviously, like from Tekken 7, he has that. Don't use that ever, to be honest. A little bit of a gimmicky utility. Don't really use that, not really my thing. But yeah, like all this stuff I'm showing is typical things to do. You can just block, obviously. The parry, go into parry. It's just a lot of great stuff off this move, right? Right, that's it for the jab. Now to talk about his down forward one, it's a lot simpler this time. It has 2 extensions, right? First of all, minus decent range, right? As it was in Tekken 7. Good range, very good range actually, to be honest. Very good range, to be honest. Is minus 4 if you're like standing far away, but most of the time it's going to be -5. Again, not ideal. This was -1 in Tekken 7, but you know, times change. Now it's -5, right? But they do give you 2 extensions, right? You have, first of all, you have the well, I'll talk about this one first. Down forward 1-1, mid-high, 18 damage on hit, +4 on hit, safe on block. It is the second hit of this string tracks completely. So it completely tracks, it's fully homing, right? So this is a great tool to use. I use this a lot. This is a great tool to use while poking if your opponent sidestepping a lot. The second hit will catch them out every single time, as I will demonstrate. Sidestep, left, yeah. Right, block. Look at that. Completely realigns. Down forward 2 misses completely, doesn't track. Pretty linear, the down forward one. Also doesn't track, right? Boom. Fully homing, right? Very, very useful. It is a high, obviously, so you can't duck it. Very high level players will duck this sometimes, but yeah, to negate this, you have down forward 1-2, right? The down forward 1-2 and all of the mind games that it has. Down forward 1-2 is well, first of all, there's a hold, right? You can hold it. You can hold it, and there's 3 stages, right? No hold. Well, actually 4 stages. But for all intents and purposes, let's just say call it 3. Right, down forward 1-2. Don't use this too often. Oh no, don't leave. Don't use this too often since it's -13. Right, doesn't knock down on hit. Only my +3, not really that good, but you have a hold, right? You can hold this, and it is safe on block. -9 with pushback, so this is very good. However, you can actually sidestep the second hit. If you choose to hold it, you can sidestep the second hit and launch, or you can just jab him out of it if he tries to do this, right? There's also, let me see if I can get it. So, there we go. Golden. Yeah, sorry, was interrupted there for a sec. As I was talking about, this move is very good, right? Full charge one. Can be used as also a punisher after Chrome Dome, but we'll get into that in another video. Also, this move heals you. It heals you a lot. On top of this move too, anything that has this gold spark effect or something like that. I mean, only these 2 moves have that. I will demonstrate this if I go where player health 1% recoverable. No, I want this heals you like 7 damage, right? If you get the gold spark. whatever that was. I don't even know. It probably heals you like, I think for 10 or 11 damage. You're gonna have to see. I'll write it in the description later. Yeah, a very good move. Down forward one. A lot of people you just block this and just take this and the neutral, and then it's just reset back to neutral. People just eat this, but yeah, this mix-up is pretty powerful, right? So definitely somewhat makes up, well, it doesn't really make up for it, but somewhat makes up for the down forward one actually being -5. On to the next. Alright, on to the next move. The next move we'll be talking about is back 1. Back 1, 4 to be exact, right? This whole string. Very great poke. I'll demonstrate what it does on block first, right? Completely hit confirmable string, right? Leading to a very powerful Oki situation, right? Which I'll demonstrate in a second. But yeah, on hit, this is -4, right? Single hit -4, I mean +4. You're +4, right? But you're gonna wanna hit confirm this if you hit this, right? On block, however, right? -9, right? -9, if you finish it, -13. It does have a counter hit follow-up, guaranteeing a knockdown, right? So yeah, that's great. Yeah, this move is somewhat linear though, as you can see, right? Both sides do not track, right? Right, that's types of right. So yeah, that's that. Another this move obviously has, as you can see, has a nice little strength. See, I'm gonna demonstrate this. Right, Dragunov will parry, it will punch parry, or just normal parry. Yeah, jab gets parried. Right, not this. Right, it's an elbow. Right, that's great. Use that if your opponent's sparring a lot against some Junes. Someone's sparring a lot. Just do this. This is great. Yeah, the knockdown on the hit, very powerful, right? You also want to do this move after a Chrome Dome, 12 frame Punisher, right? Most of the time, when they're not at the wall, in the neutral. 39 damage, right? But on normal hit, 36 damage, knocks down into this, right? You can do this, you can go in for Hell Sweep, you can go in for you can do the I used to do this, but don't do this because the auto season 2 back roll will save them, right? This will save them. Right. But you can like do something like this if they try to back roll, auto back roll, or you do route thrust. Kind of time this. They try to get up or do anything really. I think this hits if they do literally anything, try and do anything. You have to kind of time it right. If you do it too early, right. Sometimes it happens that you do it too early and it just whiffs, but can't like buffer this or anything, right? This is great, right? This thing does 53 damage, right? Very good. Very good thing to do. Alright, on to the next. Alright, a very important tool on Heichachis is forward 4. Forward 4, the Mishima forward 4. It can be done out of wave dash too, unlike Kazuya. Right? So yeah, this you can make this reline. +4, I use this move a lot. It can go into stance. I'll get to that in a second though. It doesn't have the best range. 19 frame startup, complete linear. +4 on block. Right. If they're crouching, +15 means you can go for this without going into stance. Right, this is the one thing you can do. You can do the wall combo, which is great. I usually do this, right? If they're at the wall, wall splat, easy. Another thing you can do, which I use a lot, right? Wait, oh no. Stop it, man. Yeah, it guarantees a mix, heat smash if they're crouching. So definitely a very good mid, right? You can't go into stance, and in stance you can get that, right? This becomes a launcher. Very nice, very satisfying to land. You should definitely utilize this crouching state properly. As you can see, the animation is very distinct. You can see he's kind of got his right hand on the floor, kind of like he's trying to get up, or he's like staggered, right? Whatever you want to call it. You're gonna want to recognize this animation and fully utilize it to its maximum. Efficiency. It can also, it can also go into as I just showed you. You can cancel out of it, out of the stance. You can go into 1-1. Right, this is a frame trap. This can't be sidestepped, right? You can go into a low. I mean, if they try to jab you out, this is actually safe. You can't cancel out of it for free. So yeah, this is definitely a very crucial move for Heichachis. Really nice, nice tool to have. And obviously it's done out of a wave dash, right? Go for mix up. There's just so much freedom of what you can do. On hit, it's +7, right? So even better on hit. Yeah, so a lot of mind games, a lot of pressure, momentum off of this move. Is this even? I'm curious, right? Probably that launches, but that doesn't matter. Yeah, this move is very good. Definitely use it a lot. Yeah, next move, the electric, right? Electric is, so there's a lot of purposes, but electric is very crucial to Heichachis poking. It can be used after a jab. Am I stupid? Alright, it can be used after a jab. You can do a deep dive electric to make it track if your opponent's stepping and you have a hard read. You can do a deep dive electric and it will hit them. You can do something like this, right? Or as I like to do, right? Sidestep. They try to jab, boom, dead. Dead. Alright, if they try to jab. Yeah, I mean, it's good, good pressure tool. Right. Yeah, +5 kind of resets to neutral. I mean, I'm not gonna talk about it too long. Obviously, launches and everything. Insane whiff recovery. I've talked about this move like a million times. I'm not gonna repeat myself. It's a very important tool, not only in the neutral but also as a poke. Yeah, on to the next. Yeah, next move we have is this little thing. Down forward 4, 2. This used to be a 12 frame, the single hit, long range mid in Tekken 7, but it's kind of been transformed into this hit confirmable 13 frame string. It knocks down, right? Very lenient window to hit confirm. Nice thing about this wall splats, right? Very good move to use at the wall. It can also be used as a 12 frame punisher at the wall. Or in general, it's very good for that. It serves that purpose too. Right. It does also have a. It's just completely linear. The first hit, but the second hit, right? Is a launcher. Right? So if your opponent is, you can kind of use this to build up fake pressure, build up a nice little mind game, right? If your opponent, you can kind of do this once, right? If it counter hits, then after that you can like kind of go in and do this or something like that. You know, it's a nice little mind game that comes off of it. It's a very good move. I use this a lot, just as a nice little check in the neutral. A lot of if my opponent is mashing, this always hits. They just love mashing into the string. You know, the Tekken 8 army. They just love that. Yeah, but this is a great tool to use and definitely a very valuable poke that he actually has. Alright, now I'm gonna kind of go into the tracking moves that he actually has that you're gonna want to use, right? If your opponent is gonna step, if you know this, right? Wait, let's just go this standing block, after hit, side walk left. This is one thing you can do. Back 4 tracks to the left completely. Counter hit launcher. Very good range too. Right, it's a good poke if you know your opponent is gonna step. I use this a lot when a lot of my opponents they like to down forward one, sidestep, down forward one, sidestep, one, sidestep this. They just really love stepping. Just do the back 4. It works like a dream, right? It's very good for that purpose. Another homing move you have is back 3-2. Back 3-2 is or back 3-3. Decent homing move, right? Not the greatest range on this move, right? Not that good of range. It's good in like this jab range. 14 frame startup, high, right? It has 2 extensions. As you can see, this also has a second hit counter hit launcher. Yeah, so leads to this really nice sidestep. Oki situation. Stop stepping, Jesus. Alright. Alright, you can do something like this. You can go for a hell sweep. You can do a lot of this situation at plus 15. Do an electric. You can do a lot, right? He also has, if your opponent's ducking, because it's a high. If your opponent's ducking that, you have this little baby. It is punishable, though, as you can see. But 39 damage on here. Right. And that down back 3 is, I think, guaranteed. I'm gonna have to see. Yeah, so the back to 2 guarantees this thing on hit. Right? It is punishable, but here comes the big boy, right? Boom, 60 damage off of this, absolutely safe, right? Nothing they can do. It doesn't consume a lot of heat, as you can see. Like, you just completely set back to neutral. It's -0. It doesn't really consume heat. Look at the heat gauge. Look at it. Barely consume. I mean, it does consume a little bit, but for how good it is, it's very good. All right. Yeah, very good tool to track with. Obviously, you could also, if your opponent's stepping a lot, do this, right? This tracks, as I previously mentioned, and a deep dash electric, right? You can do this. A lot of things you can do with the opponent is stepping like that, but a nice little deep dash electric will clip them out. Obviously, electric is just an amazing tool to have. Yeah. So, yeah. You can also use up forward 4 if your opponent is stepping. Up forward 4 is pretty good. Mid homing, evades lows. Alright. Talked about this move in my neutral video. It can also be used in the neutral with care and precision. Alright. Yeah, that's it for the homing moves for now. Also, I mean, I should honestly talk about the hell sweep. Right? The hell sweep, 40 tracks. Right. So kind of like a sneak peek into the low segment. But yeah, if my opponent loves stepping, this is great. +8, right? Hell sweep. Obviously launch punishable because it's a hell sweep, but you know, the hell sweep is really bad, but for Heichachis it works very well. Also another tracking move. Up forward 1-2, or up forward 2-1. Extremely good move. Talked about this move yesterday. Love using this thing. So good. Look at that. Literally, completely tracks to the right. Hit confirmable. Safe. Completely safe. The first hit is completely safe. The second hit isn't safe. But look at the time you have. Look at all that time. Look at it. It's just insane how much time you have to confirm. You also have this thing tracks. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things you can do for tracking while in this kind of range with Heichachis. This is a big weakness of Heichachis, the poking, right? A lot of his, right, all of this, it's all linear. Linear. This tracks, right? But he doesn't really have a really good tracking move. He doesn't have like tracking pokes other than down for the 1-1. But yeah, on to the next segment. Alright, now I will kind of go into the poking. I mean the lows, right? The lows on Heichachis, obviously this is his identity, his biggest weakness, worst lows in the game. This was always the case with Heichachis. In this game, however, you know, you don't have the poking, you don't have the Pitbull rushdown poking to make up for it. You don't really have the other stuff he had back then in Tekken 7 and Tekken 8. So this is another part of his game plan that's kind of tricky, opening up his your opponent's guard, right? You have great mids, insane highs, right? You have all this, right? But your lows are just very problematic, right? But there's four lows that you have to worry about, right? With Heichachis. First of all, we'll talk about his hell sweep, right? His most important low, in my opinion. This hell sweep is well, plus obviously minus 23 on block. If your opponent blocks this, you're dead, right? But because of how, I'd say, how little damage it deals and how unthreatening it is, your opponent won't duck you, right? You know this as a Heichachis player. Your opponent doesn't really duck. You don't want to duck Heichachis. You have so much monstrous mids, you have so much everything. You have all this stuff, right? You have this, you have just so much good mids and highs, but your lows are just, yeah. 15 frame, this is the only thing that's guaranteed, right? 8 frames, plus 8, right? So that's good. It's fully homing. The L sweep is fully homing, as I've demonstrated before. So it's a great tracking tool. What else? Yeah, off of it, you get like this little mix-up. You can go into a Y Rising 4, or you can continue this, and this leads into a full combo. Which is cool and all, but it sounds good, but obviously in practice, it's not very beneficial to be not ducking this as your opponent, right? So your opponent, usually you will get this, right? You should do this. I honestly, in this game, I never really do this stuff. I only just go for a single L sweep. Gives you a nice little plus A. You can go into a frame trap, +3, right? Then go into this, guaranteed, back 4. This is an insane frame trap. It's very good. 4-3 is also very good. You can go into an electric. You can go into anything you want. V plus 8 is just so much time for you to have. Yeah, so that's a good thing about it. This move is it works very actually. It's a good low poke. It's definitely his best low. But don't spam it all. Don't spam it too much, because if your opponent ducks this, the risk reward obviously on this move is very bad. So yeah, that's it for the L sweep. On to the next low, right? You have down back 3, right? It's pathetic, right? Compared to all the other lows that are in this game. This game has insane lows. You have the most egregious, retarded lows in this game. This is the safe thing you get. No evasion, absolutely no evasion. 16 frame startup, -2 on hit, plus -12 on block, 10 damage, right? But this is still not even that bad. This is not as useful as not as useless as it looks, right? You go for like this is great to use as a wall pressure tool, since your opponent will be so terrified of ducking. They will most likely not duck, right? It can be used as a poke, right? You can do this. You can do this. Just sprinkle in some little low pokes into there. It does track to the left. It's very good, right? So as I said, not as pathetic as it looks. It doesn't track fully if you sidewalk this, right? But it does have a little bit of tracking, right? As you see. Yeah. So that's it for down back 3, right? Next low, you have this, right? Now this, I was debating on not talking about this move at all and just leaving it out, because this move is technically reactable. However, they kind of made a little bit of an oversight in this game, as I like to see it, or as I see it. Look at these two animations. Let me just stop moving around the place, please. They're very similar to each other, right? Also, in Tekken 7, this was the same animation, 23 frames, but he had a very distinct audio cue when he did it. He's like, I don't know what he said. He said like, "Oh shit," like really loudly, right? And he did it at the start of the animation. "Oh shit," like this, right? But if you hear this, right at the end, right? So the high level players will duck this, right? But the slow is it's launch punishable, right? It doesn't stagger, but it is launch punishable. 25 damage plus 6, right? Honestly, I don't really use this move too much. It's high crushes a little bit. It is. You could see it as his best low, but it is reactable still, right? This whole reactable debate is very controversial, right? But it is well, it is. This is a very this slow was there from for a very long time. A lot of pro players do react to this, right? This the slow is reactable. But it's still very strong. If it's not if your opponent doesn't react, you get +6 into crouch, right? If they try and mash out of it while rising 4, boom, boom. And if they don't try and do anything, you can go for a mix-up, right? Go for a full crouch mix-up, which I'll get to this low in a second. Or this, right? Yeah, well, that low, as I said, don't try and I'd say don't build up a bad habit of using this low. I'd say sprinkle it in sometime if your opponent is really not doing anything, just blocking back. But he's doing a lot of highs. Then this move high crushes after like the half of the start of animation, so it does have its use. It's pretty cheesy though. This definitely gets a lot of Heichachis out of the really low ranks. Alright, but what do you want me to say about it? Alright, the next low and the final low we'll be looking at, full crouch form. Full crouch form is obviously done off a full crouch, right? 90 frame startup. It has a clean hit property. Without clean hit, is absolutely useless, right? It is launch punishable. It completely staggers, even if you're not in the clean hit range. Right, 16 damage, absolutely amazing, right? At this range, you won't really be able to fully utilize this +4 as you might want. I mean, it is very problematic. This wasn't the case in Tekken 7. Tekken 7 just fully knocked down. It didn't have a clean hit property. It did it kind of, right? This knockdown from here, but you couldn't go for a demon uppercut after if you weren't in the clean hit range. But if you do hit a clean hit, that's 37 damage, right? It's pretty good, right? It's definitely something Heihachi needs, right? If your opponent, this obviously fully high crushes the whole thing. This tracks to the left. It is a pretty useful though. I use this slow sometimes. Yeah, it's pretty good. Definitely try and utilize it. You can even I don't know what I'm doing. You can do the new season 2 full crouch heat engager thing, right? You can go for a mix-up like that. Yeah, but this is definitely a very definitely a very useful tool to have, right? Alright, now I'm gonna just talk about some additional little poking tools that he actually has. They aren't too crucial, but definitely are good to know. Some panic buttons maybe too. Yeah. So first of all, is the Y Rising 2. Rising 2 is a sidewards evading move from crouch. +8 on hit. It's completely safe. Right? Has a lot of evasion, very evasive move. On counter hit, however, 14 frame, right? So you can do this. Oh, oops, shit. Iron Hand. engage or even, wall combo. Yeah, this move is definitely a very good move. Heichachis doesn't have a lot of evasion when it comes to high evasion. He doesn't really have a lot of like side evading moves, none of those like panic buttons. But if you're in full crouch, you have this, right? So this is very nice to have, right? It kind of fills that void a little bit. If you want some evasion, do this. Very nice to have. Not much more to say about it, right? Next move I'm going to talk about is Hawaii Rising 1+2. This used to be his 15 frame Punisher. It's now been transformed into kind of like this nice little poke. It's a very basic move. Safe, -9, right? Wall splats. Right. Wall splats, right? 32 damage into a nice knockdown situation. Yeah, not much more to say about it. Very basic for full crouch. You can use this mode to mix up your opponents. Maybe they're not expecting the second hit. Yeah, definitely a very nice tool to have. I don't use it too much, but I do it sometimes, honestly. And some people don't expect the second hit, and it just knocks them down or wall splats them. Yeah. Another very useful poke, a very underrated poke I don't really see a lot of people using is Y Rising 4, right? 11 frame startup. Can be done out of wave dash. As a follow-up, a hit confirmable follow-up, right? 0 on block, +0 on hit, right? On block. This is -3. The single hit is -3, right? However, this is -15, and it says -12 or -9. But this if you go into stance and try and cancel out of it, yeah, that's a launch, right? However, you have a little friend on your side, a little bit of cheese. Oh wait, block keys, just block, go and block, man. Can he not block? And then, Jesus, the amount of work I have to do. Sorry guys, bear with me. Alright, whatever, blah blah. Yeah, 2 more hits. You find B. Boom. Auto parry, right? So a lot of little gimmicky, cheesy utility off of this, right? Off of this thing. You can also go into this manually, into this little stance manually, but also you can try and go with this. But I'm not gonna go too far into the heat. I might make just a heat video and Warrior Instinct, just combine those two. But yeah, this is definitely a very effective tool in ranked. Everyone gets caught by this. I don't really use it that much because I do play Tekken 7 a lot still. I do play the tournaments in Tekken 7, the little tournaments with some people, and yeah, so I'm kind of not. I'm kind of like my muscle memory just doesn't really include this, right? If that makes sense, right? Yeah, so this is a very cheesy little string you can use. Yeah, that's it.